A classic self-defense myth is that all you've got to do is kick someone in the nuts. If you're in the training hall and you're performing your kick to the nuts, yes, you can do it quite well, even at speed, but that's not how it's going to be on the street necessarily, or in a crowded pub. There could be spilt beer, glass, uneven surfaces. You could be wearing your work suit or some less than appropriate footwear. Your work suit could be more restrictive. You may be a tradesman or labourer and you've got protective heavy work boots on, which will make your kick slower and more cumbersome. You could be wearing a skirt, a dress, anything that makes it harder and more awkward to perform that move. You could be on the street where there could be rainwater, there could be rubbish on the floor. You could be on a vehicle such as a train or a bus, and performing that kick whilst maintaining your balance is going to be a lot harder. And if you end up on the floor, you're going to be in trouble. It's unlikely that someone is going to be standing there doing this. Go on, kick me in the nuts. They'll probably be moving about, getting aggressive with you. They could even stance up. They could even be charging towards you. They don't even have to be trained just to charge through that, and they'll knock you to the floor. That's even without thinking if someone's a trained grappler, a wrestler or something like that, and they pick you up and plonk you on your head when you're trying your kick. Bear in mind, you could well be kicked between the legs, as I have been in real life, and it does absolutely nothing. That's not because I spent years in a Shaolin monastery developing iron testicle. It's simply because that kick that I received was slightly off target and it hit my thigh. Another factor to consider is that when people are under the influence of certain substances, that can numb the pain. So you could get them with a right peach of a kick and it doesn't have the desired effect. What I would go for is the knee strike, simply because there's a bigger surface area to hit the target with, and that means there's a bit more room for error and inaccuracy. Also, that will often follow after doing a whole bunch of longer range strikes, and it's basically just there to finish the person off, and I might knee there before I do a takedown. Another option could be it's a crowded bar or a rush hour public transport situation, and we're already in close. I've got my compressed fence here. I might knee without attaching with my hands first, or similar situation in close, but I decide to do a forearm strike with basically an impact attachment. I could be here and I strike there, latch on and knee a few times, doing a takedown, or elbow them in the head. There's a whole variety of groin strikes you can do which are effective. I'm simply saying that if you're thinking the kick to the groin is your special move, you'll get out of trouble free card. What happens when it fails? What are you going to do? Just say, yeah, well, that's all I got. Can we try that again? No, you've got to have something which has a high percentage success rate. The good old kick to the nuts is something I would say is really more of an accessory strike for very occasional use given the right circumstances.